Missouri. The greatest city around Springfield. We are not arguing about it.
Oh, that was a point.
I haven't said anything.
I only say that because
I'm supposed to be the Republic cheerleader. So
they
go
married
Republic.
a man that graduated from Republic.
Yes, it did.
Willard and Republic are rivals.
Desmond.
We call them pumpkin heads.
Mm-hmm. Not a pumpkin head.
But we are starting from Springfield, heading towards Willard. From that intersection that we started, it's about 7 minutes there. And we're going to kind of show you around. James River Church is here on the right. This is the North Campus, is what they call it. I think there's, what, 4?
That sounds
3?
about right. There's
Oh, they have a
main
Joplin one.
West one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 5.
I think they're going to build an East one, which is actually north of Springfield.
Yeah. They already have an East, right? Or a North.
So, back in my day,
Way back.
way back in my day,
So,
this was a 2-lane highway.
and it was rough.
Yeah.
It took
I
so
remember it.
long to drive to Willard. Now we drive through and it's like paradise. You can switch lanes.
Yeah. As you can tell over here, they had to expose a lot. I mean, I remember they had these big, whatever it's called. They were going through, chipping away these rocks just to give us enough room.
I would also like to say that we do have a Willard video, which I will link above, to find out some restaurants, some basic information about Willard. So we will link that to you guys.
Hit up that barbecue.
This is Farm Road 115, I believe, which if you go that way, you can get to Fantastic Caverns. If you actually turn where James River was, you can get to Fantastic Caverns as well, which is the only ride-through cave in the whole state of states, United States.
All of the states in America.
I remember when they were putting this 2-lane in here, or 4-lane, I guess. They were like, do we put stoplights? Do we, like, what do we do when it comes to these intersections? So they decided that they were going to put in roundabouts.
Yeah, I'm not really sure the whole thought process, except for it just keeps traffic like constantly moving, but you might get dizzy on your way to Willard.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Right here is what, animal hospital?
Yep.
Is it like an actual vet, or is it
I
just?
think it's a vet.
Just for emergencies.
I
Going all the way around.
I just really want to be annoying during this recording.
It feels like a
This is great.
amusement park. I'm gonna get me car sick.
I feel like we're gonna tip.
Throwing my equilibrium off.
I play.
All right.
That was Farm Road 94 back there if I would have got off. So you went around all the way by the animal hospital, Farm Road 94. That takes you all the way to AB Highway.
Yep.
Which
Over by the airport.
Yeah. So now we are approaching on the left here the Willard, Missouri Police Department. And the whole quarry is right on our right. I mean, it's massive. We got a lot of limestone.
You drive through over there and like all the trees are like covered in like dust.
Yeah, that's the police station.
Very nice.
And then like an auto body shop right here.
There's quite a few apartment complexes over there too.
I want to say that those apartment complexes are, what's it mean? Drawing a blank here.
They're like income based.
Yeah,
I think,
income based.
But there's some nice ones. They built, some of them are newer. They're pretty nice. Alright, I gotta brace myself.
You never know what's going to happen.
I will say one of the streets up here on the roundabout is Hunt Road, which is where the sunflower field is.
Yes.
So if you love sunflowers, it's a great place to visit this time of year.
Didn't you say that they change every year?
I might as well.
Or is it the same place?
Are you gonna-
It's the same
Are you
place.
good? Oh, after we're done, we should go take a picture by the sunflowers.
So this is Farmer 103, takes you to the quarry. We're eventually going to make our way right there, but we're going to take the roundabout just to show you everything. So right here is Hunt Road. You got McDonald's and the gas station and everything. And then we're back to where we came from. And then these people don't stop.
This is how roundabouts
They're
work.
like, what is this idiot doing?
There's that guy there. And now we're back to Willard. Okay? I'm going to get so much crap from that.
My brain is spinning.
This guy behind me is like, what in Tarnation.
Did he follow you?
Oh no, is he gonna make a?
Hey, how
Nope.
you doing?
He didn't really look over. We're good.
How are you?
doing?
So for a lot of my, and I'm sure your childhood, there was actually no McDonald's. I don't know what year that came in.
I mean,
That was
it
a big deal.
I think it was like 2008.
Official once you get McDonald's.
Yeah. There used to be, what, just Sonic?
Sonic
Yeah.
and Pizza Hut was like the
Yeah.
only restaurants.
Because
that we
Taco
had.
Bell was even new.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now there's even a Domino's.
Whoa.
I know. We're getting all fancy out here.
Yeah,
but-
what is happening?
Well, for the longest time, this Mercy Clinic wasn't here either. Over here on the left.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you take a right there, that's going to be the Willard High School. And then there's some
Okay. Cool.
There's a little shopping center.
yeah.
I used to go to Subway and eat their cookies all the time.
So back in my day, there was a stoplight right there.
Yep.
You would stop.
And it would get so congested whenever the high school traffic got out, like after school. Also, this is not a Mercy Clinic.
It's Willard Medical Center.
CMH.
That's what I said, right?
And
But you
Apple
got-
Market.
Domino's, Taco Bell. There's the Mercy Clinic. And then this used to be Murphin's back in our day.
Yeah.
Everyone still calls it Murphy's,
Yes, we
right?
still call it Murphin's. We are
Forever
not
be a Murphin's.
changing how we call
You
it.
can't convert our hearts.
No.
They're very sold out on that Murphy's.
There's so much that we just passed. I hope we come back.
Jarvis Eye Center.
And the vet that we take our dog to.
I was
is
gonna
over
say,
there.
that's the vet we used to take our dogs to growing up.
You know, a lot of people, whenever they move into Springfield, they always lean more towards Ozark, Nixa, everything south. The thing about Willard is it's kind of that small town feel, and they're actually keeping it a small town.
Yeah, but you still get the great school district that's very
Yes.
comparable to Nixa Ozark Republic.
It's actually a great place to live if you want that
a little bit
slower
more
pace. Yeah. This is where I went to elementary. This is Willard North on the right, and then there's actually the intermediate right next to it.
And the baseball field is over
Yeah.
there.
Well, that's one of the elementaries that I went to. I went to 3.
You were a hopper.
Yeah. Well,
Did you stay at the same one the whole time?
No, Star One was its own, like,
at Willard Central.
Yeah,
That's
they-
where I went.
they transported you for that one.
Special kids.
Yeah.
The stars.
The stars.
And then I ended up at East.
Mhm.
Where did you end up?
East.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, I knew that, but
I know, I'm like,
but where you lived is Willard North now. They're off Main Street.
I went to North.
That's interesting. Anyways, we are like the furthest north. If you didn't realize, we just went through the town of Willard. Hopefully you didn't blink. but,
Hopefully you enjoyed it.
yeah.
Just kidding. We're gonna circle
Yeah.
back and we'll.
I'm taking you all the way up to where Bullseye is. I think it's still Bullseye. I don't know if they changed it.
I
But
think it is still Bullseye.
this is where there's a fork in the road. And either if you take a right, you're going to go to Walnut Grove. If you keep on 160, you're going to go to Ash Grove. Both of those are like the second layer out cities. So if you thought Willard was small, wait until you saw Ash Grove or Walnut
Yeah.
Grove. But we'll eventually come back and take a right onto this street right here. This is called Jackson, and that takes you downtown Willard.
That's
City
old
Hall,
downtown.
Park, all of those things.
We're going to be giving you guys personal stories of our childhood because me, Miranda, and Chelsey graduated from Willard. These are our stomping grounds. Chelsey hasn't talked during these driving videos, but this driving video, she's going to tell you everything.
It just sprouted out of my shell. No, I think one thing about Willard that I really love is all the trails. Because if you, like, it's through all the trees. So it literally just feels so like you're in nature, even though you're literally in Willard.
Yeah. What's that trail called?
I can't.
Frisco?
The Frisco Trail.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So if you continue going,
Native.
you know, I'm taking a right. I'm headed towards Walnut Grove, but if you continue that way, just literally a quarter of a mile, you'll go to the Willard Great Life Golf. It's called Green Hills, and that's like part of 3 golf courses in the area. But this little section right here is Bullseye. And I'm just going to do kind of a U-turn. I don't know what this person is doing.
Taking their time. That's what they do.
Obviously, I'm not driving traditional. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of crap for it, but I don't care. I do this for you guys.
Are you talking about taking a little roundabout there? That's
Yeah.
fine.
I made my own roundabout. That's what happened.
Made me dizzy.
Oh, they changed that. That's not even a restaurant anymore.
Oh, man. What is it?
It's outdoors.
I'm trying to think what it was called.
Your
Eagle.
hometown.
Outdoor.
When it was a restaurant?
Yeah. My sister
Gosh,
always
it was like a
used
little
to-
mom and
It was
pop place,
Bullseye.
too.
No, the restaurant had a different name.
Oh.
If you're watching this and you know, let us
You're
know.
Willard
Real.
native, please help us figure it out.
And that makes me... Because I've been there.
I could ask my sister. She would know.
But now we're headed to Jackson, which Jackson will lead us to going north to the rec center. It'll lead us to downtown Willard. Jackson actually runs along the Frisco Trail, so we'll kind of point that out as we see it. And it'll take us all the way to the Willard High School, and then we'll loop back around and go see like Sonic, Pizza Hut, get all that nostalgic feel.
Gosh, this makes me want to move back to Willard.
Now, would you...
visit?
Question: would you move back to Willard?
I would, my husband would not.
Really?
He's very passionate about the area we live in. Before we bought that house, I wanted Willard districts, and he won the passion test.
Passion test.
So he really likes the area you guys now live in.
Yeah, he wants to be able to be the dad that if your kids are getting into trouble, he knows all the places. He's just unaware that the places will change in time. But it's okay. He's
So
being a
this
good
has been quite a few different things.
dad. Oh,
Right now it's Sanders Chiropractic. It used to be a No Name Saloon. It used to be an ice cream place.
Grocery store.
A like a freight, damaged freight grocery store. So if you can tell right here on the left, there's a little stop sign. That is the trail. So we're going along the Frisco Trail.
Okay.
Back there at Bullseye is the last spot that it is paved.
Then
It goes
turns to
into gravel. This
Okay.
whole part is paved. Now let me slow down a little bit. This is City Hall of Willard. This is where I go and pay my utility bill on the houses that we own.
Nice.
This is the Jackson Street
it?
Park. This is where I actually played soccer growing up.
You know,
And the aquatic center is back there too.
The
we had a
city
Jackson
pool.
Street and a Jackson Street Park
Really?
in Macon. Yeah.
Macon just copies everyone else.
Aw.
And
Just
Honestly,
Maybe
they're-
it's the other way around. I'm just
kidding.
kidding.
Just kidding.
they've added more equipment since last time I saw it.
really?
Yeah.
Chelsey really is gonna be like, I'm moving back.
She's like, it's time.
I'm gonna call Josh at the end of this thing. Babe, I found a house. Aw. No, I didn't.
Alright,
This is
so this is Z Highway.
Z
I'm-
Highway.
I'm gonna go north on Z Highway and show you where the rec center is.
I'm gonna be honest though. Every time I pass my old house, it always gets me all in the feels.
It's
Yeah.
Z Highway.
Yeah.
This is your old house?
We moved and we lived up on this corner.
Oh.
Oh, also, there
Wow.
is the fire station up here.
Is that one of the fire
Exhibit
trucks?
A.
I must be a good citizen and yield.
Oh my gosh. I need to
Yes.
send a picture to Charlie.
Or you could be like Springfield and like, you know, kind of halfway stop. Keep going.
What?
They really did that house up.
Like when you drive through Springfield, like it's either too late for everyone to stop and like the cops going around all the cars.
So, about real estate.
Yes.
This neighborhood on the left is actually a really nice neighborhood in Willard. But also, it's right next to the rec center, which I guess they call the Willard Sports Complex now. As you can see, straight in front of us. But I think Cox signed a new lease.
Oh, really?
They have like a fitness center.
Yeah, a little
Now, it
fitness
is
center.
Willard, so it's not anything massive, but
And it's
this says Willard Recreation Center.
this is where Mighty Mites, if you play little kids with football and everything, and then the baseball fields for Mighty Mites is over here.
Mighty Mites do not need baseball.
I don't know what it is. I don't have kids
But they
yet.
do have kids' sports teams and they play baseball over here.
Miranda, you need to come and pick some weeds over here.
Next time I get stressed, I'll drive out here.
Oh.
It's my stress relief.
And then the fire station is right over here on the left. This is fire station 1. Might as well show you guys fire
It's
station.
really nice.
Yeah, the only reason I know that it got built is because they obviously did like a tax thing to raise some money, which I was totally willing to pay, because the fire station 1 that we had in Willard over by our old house was tiny.
I was gonna say it's not even half the size of this one. I feel like.
You are going the wrong way,
I
sir.
guess so. Sorry guys. Hopefully you liked it. I'm pretty sure we could have drove there.
Yeah, you
Fire
just wanna run
vehicles
face to face with
only.
a fire truck.
There's a firefighter staring you down as he mows
Yeah,
on his riding mower.
he looks nice though.
He did. Like you could give him a sweaty hug.
Anyway, so glad they built this new fire
That's really nice.
station.
And I think Chelsea, don't they? You can host like birthday parties and stuff.
They give you a room and they give you a tour. All the little kids think it's the coolest thing.
Really?
That's fun.
Yeah.
Do they like honk the horns and everything?
The kids
And
can
whoop!
even honk the horns.
What?
Yeah, they let them in. They let them touch everything.
Oh my god.
It's not like being at mama's house.
Don't touch.
Yeah. This one right here on the corner was my house growing up.
That one?
Once we moved. This little red house?
Oh, Red House.
Yes.
Wow.
They kept the blue.
Well, no wonder you went to Willard East. For some reason, I thought you guys lived at the other house, which was Willard North.
We rented that one. They bought that one.
Makes a lot of sense now.
Get
Yeah.
with it.
Sorry.
Get the story
Wow, they
straight.
made that cute.
I know. I'm like sitting here like I just want to like go knock on everyone's houses.
Wow.
Let's be friends. And suddenly they lock their doors.
So right in front of us, right now, past all these trees, is the U.S. Post Office in Willard. I don't know why, but as Willard people, we're proud of our post office.
Whatever you say.
Nothing like a little Happy Meal.
This church on the right actually does a trunk or treat during Halloween. It's kind of cool.
That Commerce is where I opened up my first banking account.
Really?
Mhm.
I banked there for a little bit as well. So a whole bunch of history right here. This barbecue place, is it still a barbecue place?
I don't know that it's all barbecue. I think they have a little bit of everything, but
We know some people that cut hair at Dimensions.
Yep.
Haircut right there.
Pizzanos
Yes, they're
actually have really good pizza.
they really do. And then a barber shop that's been there forever.
This over here is like you can park to get on the Frisco Trail, so a lot of people will come in and park over here.
What we're going through.
Yeah,
taking
They also
every
do
stop.
like this is where the Christmas light display is.
yeah. Well, Willard's not that big, so we gotta, drive through and look at stuff. These trees make this place look really pretty.
So I think that this bicycle rental place recently closed.
Oh man.
So I don't know what's gonna go there.
It's a cute building,
It's
the way
like
they have
they have
seating
a-
up top.
unless someone else takes
Snow
over.
cone truck right now.
It is?
Right next to it.
Oh.
It says tropical snow.
Man, that looks like a hip joint.
I think, what is the hip joint? Is it like acupuncture and chiropractics or something?
See, that used to be a craft
It says
place too.
Yeah, it says massage and chiropractic on the window.
This greenhouse right here used to be the Willard Hotel.
It's cute. They fixed it up so adorable.
There is also a church back there that's like a wedding venue now.
And then now the Willard Middle School is on the left. This used to be the high school before they built.
I remember running so many laps around that stupid softball field.
They have the best shop teacher right now too. So if you have a kid that wants to do shop class,
He's alright. Just kidding.
oh,
Now I'm
man.
pulling in here because this is kind of where all the
I
shopping
gotta show
is.
you everything.
Yeah.
So there is the library, and then there's a restaurant.
I know Faith's
Special-
really enjoying this.
Hey,
Get some
Pizza
pizza.
well, it's
Hut,
not even a
Hut.
Dollar General anymore.
Nope, they built a new one. So the Hive is actually really cool. It's a new business,
Right here.
but it's ran by people with disabilities, so it's really neat.
Just pause the camera and hop in there.
Right?
I know. Yeah, we need to go check it out. There's a flea market. The pillbox is actually a cute, like it's pharmacy, but also
Straight
boutique. They have home stuff and clothes and all that kind of stuff. Insurance place.
The library, did you mention that?
Yes, I did. And then there's a barbecue place on the other side of the library.
Wow.
There you have it, folks. Willard, Missouri.
Come on and move here.
You know, there's a difference between people that live in Springfield and people that live like in the surrounding cities. I'm not making a joke or anything.
No, I'm laughing at Faith's face.
She's enjoying this ride,
Like,
okay?
what is happening right
Sure.
now?
These maps are gonna be all over the place. Just kidding. Make
Anyways,
it simple.
the difference is people that live in Willard want to be in Willard.
It is a good community to live in.
People that live in Springfield don't necessarily, you know, they'll move around Springfield. But people that live in Willard tend to be here a long time because they genuinely want to be here.
There's the Dollar General.
I would say,
There it
what,
is.
like 5 years ago or
Yeah.
something, they built this Dollar General.
And we have O'Reilly's, the Casey's General Store, and then Sonic.
Oh, Sonic.
What about Sonic?
I feel like whenever you turn, I don't know what age, but you're in like 7th grade, is like the prime where your mom and dad finally let you walk to Sonic after school. And it's like,
Free range.
big deal. Yeah. Feel so independent.
These maps are gonna be
Hey,
interesting.
just enjoy the moment.
Oh, I'm getting a little
Then
nervous.
we got a Taco Bell.
And a
Domino's.
Domino's.
soon.
Start doing like donuts.
I'm just gonna block off. I'm just gonna have this big yellow circle on it.
So
I'm
the
like,
reason
we
why
went somewhere in here.
The reason why Faith is all stressed is because she maps out where we go on the map.
Yes.
We're going a little rogue.
So I'm pulling in
You're going
everywhere.
through parking lots. I don't know what to do with that.
She basically called you a free range chicken.
You know what? We're just enjoying the moment, right?
This is another new business. It's like a
Yeah.
laundromat, but also I think they have like a cafe that has like sandwiches and coffee and stuff like that.
So if you take a right, that's where that roundabout was. And I told you that the Willard High School was right here.
Yep.
And we're gonna pull into our old stomping grounds.
There's Korean Garden. That was the place to get your Chinese.
For some reason that place will never shut
It's
down.
been there for so
And
Like,
yeah,
it
right?
will never shut
They
down.
could like fail inspections or whatever. And people would be like, it's okay. It's Korean Garden.
Tiger Drive?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
we're not in
You gonna move here
Republic
too?
no mo.
I feel like the high school is actually a really nice
Yeah.
building.
Should we go all the way around?
I don't know if that's necessary.
I mean, Faith is really loving it.
Here's the
It's
Willard
fine.
High School.
It's not a big deal.
And if you see where that Jeep was, right there,
Is that where you parked?
that was my parking spot.
What?
Yeah.
How did you get that?
Well, you know.
I was like in the weirdest place ever that I couldn't even tell you now.
Well, if you
On the other
don't
side.
ask, you don't get it.
Oh.
So I
that's
walked
true.
up in, what was it, orientation, like before you start school?
Yeah.
On my junior and senior year, I said, I want parking spot 401. And they were like, well, let's see if that's available. Oh, it is.
I thought that was like a teacher's spot.
No.
You're so
They probably
fancy.
mistake Chelsey for a teacher.
So
Yeah,
this
it's that
is,
beard.
They
this is
changed
the
it now.
ag.
Yep.
And then right next to it, this was not here. whenever
What?
we
They
went to
built
school.
tennis courts.
Do we have tennis
That's
now?
Yeah,
awesome.
my
Yeah.
cousin actually did tennis.
I
So-
wish we had tennis.
There's a lot happening right here, okay?
I'm freaking out right now. I'm
On the
freaking out.
left is the soccer fields for the high school, but also it's Willard East and the high school football field and everything. Let me just show you East right now. This is where Chelsey and I went to elementary.
Played on the playground, found a lot of 4-leaf clovers.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, that was what I did during recess, is I would just find 4-leaf clovers like a cool kid.
So you were that person.
100% still am.
You're cool.
Oh man.
So when I was in high school, I would take a right and go home. I live over by Fantastic Caverns, which is a amazing place to like grow up. It was actually really cool. We lived so close to Fantastic Caverns, we got in for free.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
a thing?
I can still
You're
get
like-
in for free.
If you're like neighbors of the.
That's
So
cool.
Willard East
Yep.
football field, and this is the administrative office. So that's kind of cool.
Willard East Elementary. Wee.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're having fun.
Wee wee.
And then now we're on the back side of the middle school. Don't worry, Faith, I'll help you map out all this.
Okay. Just gonna put little blobs.
But I just love the feeling of Willard. Now Willard is probably the furthest away from all the shopping in Springfield. I think that's why some people don't like living in Willard, because from right here, I mean, you're looking
From here to-
25
Here to
minutes.
Target.
Yeah.
Are we doing the Target
I'll
thing?
find out right now.
Yeah. Everyone bases where they live from Target, because Target is surrounded by all the big
28
shopping.
minutes.
Yeah, 28
Half an
minutes.
hour.
Not
Oh, look.
almost. half.
Why are these bikes? I feel like we've seen so many people on these bikes.
Hopefully, you can kind of see where we are now. This looks familiar. But I'm going to actually drive through the middle of Willard right now. Don't worry, Faith. I got you. Just sit back and relax. Enjoy the beautiful city of Willard. I'm going to drive past my first house I ever bought.
Actually, the house that Jesse proposed to me in.
Aww.
That's
See, this is a
Let's
worth
take a
it,
trip
people.
down memory lane.
Tell your story, guys.
yeah.
Well, I worked with her uncle.
Yep.
And her uncle actually waited until I guess broke up with a girl. And then waited a couple months after that and was like, "Are you looking for a girlfriend?" I was like, "Eh." But then he was like, "You're my niece, but I should be a great fit for you." I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna like disagree with my boss at the time. So we went on a blind date.
Yep.
I fell asleep
Mhm.
in the movie.
And
You shared a
then
meal?
he asked if I would share a meal with him.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have any money. Like,
And I was like, sure.
yeah. So this is the house that I actually proposed. This blue house on the right.
On closing day, which is funny because so much of our story actually revolves around like real estate.
Yeah.
Do you guys want a picture in front of it now? No, I'm just kidding. Someone
I
was-
wish, honestly, we
That would be
still
so cute.
owned it. I planted those shrubs.
Yeah, they're so big.
Yeah,
They are.
They're growing up on you
For
guys.
real.
I planted all the landscape because landscaping is the curb appeal is actually
Big
number
deal.
one return on investment.
Yep.
On the left here is Fire Station 1, used to be. Now they sold it to the Mercy.
Like emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was the fire station. I'm kind of glad we drove past it because that's what we were working with there.
Right?
Now we're back at Willard North Elementary. And then I'm gonna go south on AB for just a little bit and then wrap it all up. Now, what about AB do you remember back in like your childhood?
So I actually grew up living like right off of AB. So anywhere I went, I had to drive on AB. But the fun thing or like interesting thing about Willard is you have three elementary schools that are actually in Willard, and then you have Orchard Hills, Willard Central, what's the other one?
South.
Willard South, that are all actually in Springfield but part of the Willard School District. So people drive from quite a ways to get like in Willard with still being part of Willard schools.
Willard Schools goes, I mean, it's a big school district. It wraps into the west side of Springfield. So if you look at Springfield and look at West Bypass that runs along, basically anything north of Sunshine and west of Bypass is all Willard schools.
I remember a cop used to sit over there at the end of the school day.
Yeah.
That's where you slow down.
And if you take a left right here, that took you to where. Oh, sorry. If you took a left right here, that takes you where Chelsey grew up. One of the houses. One of your first houses on
Yeah.
Main Street, right?
Yeah.
I just really. Now, I grew up, my first house that my mom had was Pebble Creek Lane over here, just directly right here. That was kind of a nice little street. So if you take a left on Hughes right there, that turns into Farm Road 94, where we did the first roundabout. Just maybe like 22 curves until you get to 160. But a lot of people, they say that the S curve up here starts City of Willard.
Yeah.
Now this neighborhood has lots that are about 5-acre lots, and if you want kind of like the the bigger houses and all brick homes and fancy and whatnot, that's that neighborhood back
It's
there.
called Clear
That was
Creek
like the
Estates,
Goldilocks.
but I think a lot of people who live over there, they like built the houses, and you don't see a ton of like movement.
Yeah. Well, Faith, I know Willard was obviously better than Republic, but what was your honest opinion of Willard?
Outside of you thinking about a map.
You know, it's.
Be careful what you say. My emotions.
I like, truly, I do like your all's connections, and it definitely adds to like, I feel like it's nice to have a native.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
Special.
you heard it from Faith. She's been converted.
No.
Willard is
No.
a small town.
Go Republic!
Ah! Yeah.
That's sweet.
It's over?
That was Willard, guys.
Oh.
Is it over?
Is it over? We can end it now.
We did like the hand
I
thing,
know,
so
I
I
was like,
thought
usually
it was over.
I guess goodbye.
Bye!
We're just letting it ring out. Guys, go check out our other videos. We've done Ozark, Nick's, Republic. Sorry, I almost vomited. Republic. Just check out all the videos. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye!